they bring love and marriage together, or a marriage that is based on love. And while it's not peculiarly American, there is something that will thenceforth, and that whole notion that a marriage can be based on love, that there can be joy within marriage, that is something that they bring to that community.
Another way to put this would be that it's a marriage based on choice, which is an American, appeals very much to at least the other strand of America that is not the Puritan strand that we've talked about in previous sessions, and that is in many of the other stories in the book. It's also true that the Puritans came to America as families. They didn't send the men first to set out and find riches and then send for them. They didn't break up the families. So the whole conception of life of the Puritans is not the life of the rugged individual with his rights, seeking his own happiness, but it really is family as the basis of community.
Something like this is the lesson here. It seems an awfully universal lesson. Why is it in a book that Americans in particular ought to read? Is it about America, or is it something America needs?
This is a story and an institution that liberalism needs. That is to say that the self-evident truths of the Declaration, and this I learned from you actually, the self-evident truths of the Declaration of Independence, which I've always regarded as self-evidently true, rest upon a conception of the human being which is self-evidently false. That is to say that we are in the world as isolated individuals rather than as nested in families of origin and in families of perpetuation. That we're not radical isolates. And a community that encourages us to think of ourselves only in terms of our rights and in terms of our own happiness or our own liberty or our own life doesn't have the wherewithal to produce even the necessities of self-defense, never mind the kind of richness of community life or the education of children or the rearing of people of fine character that make for a decent life and not just a mirthful one.